So up to this just we completed final variables concept, final variables, right? Now the next topic, next modifier what we have to discuss keeps abiding as static modifier, static modifier, static modifier, static modifier. Sir, can you tell what is the purpose of static? What is the need or what is the purpose of static modifier? What are various important loopholes are there? I will explain. Where we can apply static? We can declare a variable as a static. We can declare a method as a static. Can I declare class as static? Class as static? No. By default, no. But a special category of class, inner class can be declared as a static. Sir, static is the modifier applicable only for variables and methods, but not for classes. We can't declare top level class as static, but inner class can be declared as a static. Such type of inner classes are called static nested classes. Static nested classes. I will explain in the inner classes concept this one. If inner class declared as the static, such type of inner class is called static nested class, right? Okay, at this point. At the point, well, static is a modifier. Static is a modifier. Static is a modifier. Modifier applicable for. Static is the modifier applicable for methods and variables. Applicable for methods and variables. Static is the modifier applicable for methods and variables. But not for classes. Next up, we can't declare top level class. We can't declare top level class with a static modifier. We can't declare top level class with a static modifier, with a static modifier, but we can declare inner class as a static. But we can declare inner class as static. But we can declare inner class as static. Within bracket. Such a type of inner classes are called. Inner classes are called static nested classes. Such type of inner classes are called static nested classes. Such type of inner classes are called static nested classes. Are you getting? So when we should go for inner class, regarding when we should go for inner classes, right? Sir, I mean when we should go for static. Sir, where we can apply static? We can apply method as a static, variable as a static, but top level class cannot be declared as a static, but inner class can be declared as a static, right? So now the first point terminology is very clear for you. Are you getting? Now second conclusion, make sure you people should aware. Sir, have you remembered the basic difference between static variable and instance variable? Just very recently we covered. In the case of instance variable, for every object a separate copy will be created, but in the case of static variable, for total class only one copy will be created and shared by every object of that class. Are you getting? It's important. So based on this, what is the possibility to ask the question? I will explain. First add second conclusion. In the case of instance variables, for every object, in the case of instance variables, for every object a separate copy will be created. For every object a separate copy will be created. A separate copy will be created. A separate copy will be created. But in the case of static variables, a single copy will be created. At class level. A single copy will be created at class level. A single copy will be created at class level and shared by. A single copy will be created at class level and shared by every object of that class and shared by every object of that class. Shared by every object of that class. Every object of that class. Okay, that's all. Clear, right? Now take a bit special care. Sir, here I am taking just a legend this point well. Sir, I have class test. And a legend based on this point, what is the possibility to ask the question for the exam? Class test. Sir, I am taking one static variable. Static int x is equal to 10. Next, int y is equal to 20. Static int x is equal to 10. Int y is equal to 20. Public static void main method string array args. Public static void main string array args. Now my target is, sir, I am taking test t1 is equal to new test. I am creating one test object. t1 dot x is equal to 888. t1 dot y 999. t1 dot x is equal to 888. t1 dot y is equal to 999. Next, test t2 is equal to new test. Test t2 is equal to new test. System dot out dot println t2 dot x dot t2 dot y. t2 dot x dot t2 dot y like this I am taking. Sir, can you tell what is the output we will get? Ayo, very important question for the exam sake. What the answer we will get? 10, 20 or 888, 999 or 888, 20 or 10, 999 or compulsory matter? What the answer by default we are going to get? 10, 888, 20. So compulsory you people should have clear clarity. Sir, static variable only one copy. Instance variable for every object separate copy. You know the rule. Static on instance, which variable will be created first? Static variable, right? That's why x value is equal to 10 got created first. X is equal to 10, static variable got created first. Now test t1 is equal to new test. Sir, whenever we are creating an object, instance variable will be created. What is the instance variable? Y. What is the instance variable? Y. So y is equal to 20 got created, right? Y. So test t1 is equal to new test. Instance variable got created this. t1 dot x. Sir, we can access static variable by using object reference, no problem at all. Now here t1 dot x is equal to 888. t1 dot y is equal to 999. Next, test t2 is equal to new test. Sir, I am creating a separate object t2. Whenever we are creating an object, automatically instance, a separate copy of instance variable will be created. So y is equal to 20. Y is equal to 20. So t2 dot x. Are you getting? t2 dot x. What is the answer, Anna? 888. t2 dot y. What is the answer? 20, right? 888 followed by 20 is the answer what you should have. Have you observed how many copies of static variable is there? Only one copy. By using any reference, if I perform some change, that change will be reflected to all objects because only one copy of static variable is there. But how many copies of instance variable is there? For every object separate copy. By using one reference, if we change, that change won't be reflected for the remaining objects because for every object a separate copy is there if it is the instance variable. Are you getting the point? Right? So what the answer we are getting? 888 followed by 20, right? Okay, add. Take clearly. This is If it is the instance variable, if it is the static variable, what is the difference? You people should have clear clarity, right? Static int x is equal to 10, int y is equal to 20. So test t1 is equal to new test t1 dot x, t1 dot y, 888 test t2 is equal to new test t2 dot x dot 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 t2 dot y. I hope is a clear, right? 888 followed by 20. Completed, I hope. So take the diagram also clearly. Take the diagram. Completed, right? Okay. Now the next terminology, I mean next point here is observe. Sir, I have class test. Now listen a bit carefully. Class test. Sir, I have one instance variable is there, int x is equal to 10, int x is equal to 10, and one static variable is there, int y is equal to 20. Sir, one instance variable, one static variable is there. I have one instance method is there, public void m1 method, and I have one static method is there, public static void m1 method. Okay, public static void m1 method is there. Now my point is, take very special care. Int x is equal to 10. What is this variable, Anna? Instance variable. Can I access instance variable from instance area directly? What is the problem, Anna? Instance area, instance variable. Because we can call m1 by using object. That object x value by default we are going to print. Okay. Can I access SOP of x from static area? No. Static area means nowhere related to object. Instance variable means what? Instance variable is always related to object. From static area, we can't access instance variable directly or instance member directly. Maybe variable or method, right? But static variable, do you know when the static variable will be created? At very beginning, at the time of class loading, at the beginning only this variable is available. That's why from anywhere you can access directly, no problem at all. Sir, static variable SOP of y, valid or not? Valid. Sir, SOP of y, valid or not? Valid, no problem at all. Now the conclusion is, instance variable we can't access directly from static area, but we can access from instance area directly. But static variables can be accessed from anywhere, no problem at all. Clear for all of you, right? Okay, at this point we can't access instance members. We can't access instance members directly from static area. We can't access instance members directly from static area. But we can access from instance area directly. instance area directly, but we can access from instance area directly. We can access from instance area directly. Okay, like next term, we can access static members. We can access static members. We can access static members from both the instance and the static areas directly. We can access static members from both the instance and the static areas directly. From both instance and the static areas directly. Okay, that's all. So based on this one, what is the possibility to ask the question for the exam? Take special care now. Here see, sir, I have 4 declarations are there. Now first declaration, int x is equal to 10. First declaration. Second declaration, static int x is equal to 10. Sir, one instance variable, one static variable. Third declaration, public void m1. Sir, public void m1 SOP of x. Public void m1 SOP of x. Sir, public static void m1, public static void m1 of x. Are you getting? Sir, one instance variable, one static variable, one instance method, one static method is there. Like 4 declarations are there. Sir, within a class, within the same class, which declarations we can take simultaneously? Sir, option 1 and 3 you can take simultaneously, no problem. Second option, 1 and 4 we can take simultaneously. Third option, 2 and 3 you can take simultaneously. Fourth option, 2 and 4 you can take simultaneously. Sir, within a class, same class, which 2 declarations we can take simultaneously? Can you tell what is about first one? First one, valid or not? 1 and 3, sir, instance variable, instance method. Oh, no problem at all, you can take. So, first one is nothing but acceptable. Sir, second one, 1 and 4, instance variable. But what is this one? Static area. Do you know, valid or invalid? Invalid. Sir, what compile time error we are going to get? Do you know? So, compile time error saying non-static variable x cannot be, non-static variable x cannot be referenced from a static context. Cannot be referenced from a static context, like compile time error we will get. Are you getting? Second one itself is invalid. Next, 2 and 3, valid or invalid? 2 and 3, valid or not? Yes, perfectly valid, because static variable, instance area. Static variable, static area. That's why is nothing but valid, right? Any explanation is required? Maybe a chance to ask this type of question also for the exam. Okay, take a bit style. Bit style. So consider the following declarations. Consider the following declarations. The following declarations. Okay, take this part. Take all these 4. Int x is equal to 10. Next, static int x is equal to 10. Next, public void m1 SOP of x. Public void m1 SOP of x. Next, public static void m1 SOP of x. Public static void m1 SOP of x. Completed, I hope. Int x is equal to 10. Static int x is equal to 10. Public void m1 SOP of x. Public static void m1 SOP of x alike. Completed 4. So only these 4, don't take any other. These 4. Next term, within the class, within the same class, which of the above declarations within the same class, which of the above declarations we can take simultaneously, which of the above declarations we can take simultaneously, we can take simultaneously. Are you getting? Take all these 4 options, compile a method also. 1 and 3, next 1 and 4, 2 and 3, 2 and 4, 1 and 3, 1 and 4, 2 and 3, 2 and 4, 2 and 4. We will get compile a method saying non-static variable x cannot be referenced from a static context. Non-static variable x cannot be referenced from a static context. This is the compile time error we are going to get. Can I complete it right? So from static area, non-static variable x we can't access. Completed right? But still I want to add some more options here. See how many people can identify. Sir, I want to take 1 and 2 simultaneously. Possible or not? 1 and 2 simultaneously within a class. Instance variable and static variable with the same name, allowed or not allowed? Allowed or not allowed? Sir, instance variable, local variable with the same name. Static variable, local variable with the same name, allowed. Instance variable and static variable with the same name, allowed or not allowed? Not allowed. Compile time error we are going to get. Okay, remember what exact compile time error, right? Sir, variable x is already defined in test. Assume that in the test class I want to take these 2 lines. Immediately compile time error we are going to get saying variable x is already defined in test. Like compile time error we are going to get. Just observe this one, because this one most of the people may feel valid. Like here, see, sir, I am taking here, I don't want, just I am taking static int x is equal to 10 and then int x is equal to 20, like I am taking. Sir, one static variable, one instance variable with the same name x is already defined in test. Are you getting? X is already defined in test, like compile time error we are going to get. Similarly here, can you spell out? Sir, I am taking, so this one is invalid. Okay, last option I am taking. So 3rd and 4, 3 and 4, can I take simultaneously? 3 and 4, is it possible or not? Possible or not? One is the instance method, the other one is the static method. Possible or not? Yes sir? No na? Ayo, yes or no? Make sure. So, sir, what is the signature of this method? M1 without any argument. What is the signature of this method? M1 without any argument. Sir, return type, modifiers, or all these things are not part of signature. That's why within the same class, 2 methods with the same signature not allowed. 2 methods with the same signature not allowed. Then immediately compile time error we are going to get saying, what that compile time error is? Okay, M1, sir, M1 is already defined. M1 is already defined in test. This is the compile time error we are going to get. Are you getting the point, right? Let me show this one also. Some people may feel, sir, this one is the valid, like, because one is the instance method, the other one is the static method, right? Public void M1, next public static void M1, public static void M1 is nothing but like, sir, one instance method, one static method. Now observe M1 is already defined in test is nothing but like compile time error you are going to get. Take the remaining two also. 1 and 2 invalid, 3 and 4 also invalid. Variable x is already defined in test. M1 is already defined in test. Like completed, right? This is one important conclusion about static variables or static members. Completed, I hope. Now there are few important conclusions. There are three important cases I have to discuss related to this static modifier, right? Analogy on static methods or static modifier. Sir, can you tell, is it valid or invalid? You have to decide now. We covered already in the last classes, just for related to static, that's why I am repeating once again. Class test. Now public static, public static void main method, public static void main method, string array args, public static void main string array args, system.out.println string array. Are getting public static void main string array args, SOP of string array like. Sir, now public static void main method, public static void main method, int array args, system.out.println int array like I am taking, int array args, int array like. Sir, can you tell, is it valid or not? Two methods with the same name but different argument types. So two methods with the same name but different argument types. What is this concept na? Overloading concept applicable for static methods or not? Yes, including main method also you can. But JVM is always going to call which main method? String array argument. The other main method will become what? Normal method. Are getting? We have to call just like a normal method call, then it will execute. That's why what is the output by default we are going to get is string array, right? Are getting the output string array? So these two methods are by default considered as what? Overloaded methods. Sir, very important. Overloading of the main method is possible or not? What answer you can tell? Yes, boss. But JVM can always call which main method? String array argument main method only. Okay, at this point. Overloading concept applicable. Better to use case 1 under the head. Case 1. Overloading concept applicable. Overloading concept applicable. Overloading concept applicable for static methods. Overloading concept applicable for static methods including main method. Overloading concept applicable for static methods including main method. Main method. Overloading concept applicable for static methods including main method. But JVM can always call. String array argument main method only. But JVM can always call string array argument main method only. JVM can always call string array argument main method only. String array argument main method only. Okay, that's all. Are you getting? Take this example, right? SOP of string array, public static void main int array, SOP of int array. Okay, string array. Regarding overloading concept applicable for static methods, including main method, right? But JVM can always call what? String array argument main method only. What about other overloaded method? Other overloaded method will become normal method. We have to call just like a normal method call. Add other overloaded method. Other overloaded method. We have to call other overloaded method. We have to call other overloaded method. We have to call just like a normal method call. Other overloaded method we have to call just like a normal method call. Just like a normal method call. Normal method call. Okay, that's all. This is case 1. Okay, not required to keep explanation much. Next, case 2. And all these things we covered already. So while discussing main method or somewhere. Okay, case 2. Listen. Sir, I am taking class P. Parent class. So parent class contain public static void main string array args. Parent class contain public static void main string array args. System.out.println. Okay. Parent main. SOP of parent main, like I am taking. Okay. Now class C extends P. Class C extends P. Sir, child class doesn't contain any main. Is nothing but main method is not there in the chain. But parent class contain main method, right? Now I want to save this total program as p.java. I saved this total program as p.java, right? Let me compile. Now listen a bit carefully. Let me compile this code. Java C p.java. Java C p.java. Can you tell how many dot class files will be generated? 2. Because whenever we are compiling a Java program, for every class one separate dot class file will be generated. That's why here, what is the first one? P dot class. Second one, C dot class. P dot class, C dot class. Now Java P I am taking. Java P. Boss, can you please run parent class? What is the output we will get now? Parent main. Because parent class contain main method, right? That's why what is the output by default we are going to get? Parent main, like we have. Sir, now I am taking Java. Now I am taking Java C. Java C. Can you tell what is the output we will get now? Java C. What is the output? 2 options. Either parent main or no such method error colon main. Parent main or no such method error colon main. Okay, make sure. If the child class doesn't contain main method, happily parent class main method will execute. Okay, so inheritance concept applicable for static methods including main method. Inheritance concept applicable for static methods including main method. For main method also it's applicable. If the child class doesn't contain main method, happily parent class main method by default will be executed, right? That's why for static method, inheritance concept also applicable. Just overloading anyway applicable. Inheritance is also applicable. What the answer by default we will get? Parent main even. Are you able to understand, right? Okay, this is first at this point. Case 2. Case 2. Inheritance concept applicable. Inheritance concept applicable. Inheritance concept applicable for static methods. Inheritance concept applicable for static methods. For static methods including main method. Inheritance concept applicable for static methods including main method. Including main method. Inheritance concept applicable for static methods including main method. Hence, including main method. Hence, while executing child class, while executing child class, if a child doesn't contain main method, while executing child class, if child doesn't contain main method, if child doesn't contain main method, then if child doesn't contain main method, then parent class main method will be executed. Then parent class main method will be executed. While child doesn't contain main method, then parent class main method will be executed. Okay, that's all. Take this example, right? So this is the case 2 we have. Take clearly. So take clearly. This is the case 2 we have completed, right? Case 2. Next one, case 3. I hope is clear for you people. Okay, case 3. Okay, sir, here in the child class also I am writing main method. Sir, child class also contain main method. Then what is the behavior? Public static void main string array args. Okay, legend this one. Sir, child class also contain main SOP of child main. SOP of child main, like this. Sir, can you tell if I can take like this? So if I can take like this, what is this concept? Parent main, child main, both the methods having the same name and the same argument types. What is this concept? Overriding. It seems overriding, but it's not overriding, it is method hiding. In the whoops concept I will explain anyway. Here see, this one is nothing but what? It is method hiding. It is a method hiding but not method hiding but not overriding. Regarding method hiding but not overriding. Okay, this is. Sir, if I can take like this, where we require to change here? This is the parent main. This one is nothing but what? Child main. Sir, child class already contain main. That's why child main by default we are going to get. Except that there is no other difference. So can I use the term overriding concept applicable for static methods or not? No. Instead of overriding, which concept is applicable? Method hiding, right? Okay, add case 3. First take this one. Take this program completely. Take program followed by output also. Case 3. Take clearly. Class P, public static void main string array args, SOP of parent main. Next class C, extends P, public static void main string array args child main. So it is method hiding but not overriding. Method hiding but not overriding. Completed, I hope. Method hiding but not overriding. Okay, clear for you, right? Method hiding but not overriding. Clear for you? Okay. Yeah, the Java P parent main, Java C, but the output we will have is nothing but child main. Okay, at the point it seems it seems that it seems overriding concept applicable. It seems overriding concept applicable for static methods. It seems overriding concept applicable for static methods. Applicable for static methods. Applicable for static methods. But it is not overriding. But it is not overriding. But it's not overriding. And it is method hiding. But it's not overriding, and it is method hiding. And it is method hiding. It's not overriding, and it is method hiding. Method hiding. Okay, that's all. Are you getting the point? Right? Sir, it's not overriding, it is method hiding. Okay, that's all. So this is, so can I use the term for static methods? Overloading applicable, inheritance applicable, but overriding concept not applicable. But instead of overriding, what is the which concept applicable? Method hiding. Sir, what is the difference between method hiding and overriding? All rules are same with a small difference. That difference I will explain in OOPS concept, right? Okay, this at this point. Yeah, take a note. For static methods, static methods, overloading and the inheritance concepts are applicable. Overloading and inheritance concepts are applicable. Overloading and inheritance concepts are applicable. Overloading and inheritance concepts are applicable. But overriding concept is not applicable. But overriding concept is not applicable. But overriding concepts are not applicable. Overriding concepts are not applicable. But instead of overriding, which concept is applicable? But instead of overriding, method hiding concept is applicable. But instead of overriding, method hiding concept is applicable. Instead of overriding, method hiding concept is applicable. That's all. Completed, right? So these are various important loopholes what you people should aware. What is overloading, overriding, like make sure you people should aware related to static modifier, right? Okay, this next there are some more conclusions are there. So these are the things related to static modifier you should aware: overloading, inheritance, and with respect to overriding, right? Next point a bit so most of the people require to have clarity. Sir, when we should go for instance variable and static variable? So if you want a separate copy for every object, then we should go for instance variable. Sir, for all objects common copy at class level, then we should go for static variable, right? Similarly, when we should go for instance method and a static method, regarding sir, this method I should declare as instance method, or this method I should declare as a static method. When we should declare a method as instance method or static method, how to decide? Is it static method or is it instance method? We should go for instance or we should go for static method. When we should go for, what is the link? Okay, here see, observe a bit very carefully about this terminology, right? The point here is, sir, I have very thumb rule, general thumb rule. Inside method, sir, I have one method is there, M1. Inside this method, if I am using any instance variable, sir, I am using student name instance variable, student roll number I am using, like If we are using any instance variable, then this method always talks about a particular object. Now this method compulsory we should declare as instance method. Are you getting? So let me repeat once again. Inside a method, if we are using any instance variable, inside a method, if we are using any instance variable, then this method always talks about, so object, a particular object, compulsory we should declare this method as instance method, right? Are you getting? Next up, inside a method, I am not using any instance variable. Sir, at least one instance variable also I am not using. Clear indication, this method never talks about a particular object. Whether we are using static variable or not, forget about. Sir, are you using any instance variable or not? Yes, boss, I am using an instance variable. Oh, this method talks about a particular object. That's why this method should be instance method. Sir, I am not using any instance variable. Single instance variable also I am not using. Whether you are using static variable or not, compulsory such type of method we have to declare as a static method, right? Are you getting the point? Based on which criteria we will decide whether this method is the instance method or static method. Simple. In that method, am I using any instance variable or not? If I am using any instance variable, oh, this method talks about a particular object only, compulsory that method we should declare as instance method, right? Sir, I am not using any instance variable, so it is nowhere related to a particular object. That's why happily you can declare that method as a static method. Clear for all of you, right? When we should go for an instance method, static method, that differentiation also you people should have clarity. Now let me go for a simple example, right, based on this conclusion. Okay, first take this point, take up to this. Inside method implementation, if we are using inside method implementation, if we are using at least one instance variable, inside method implementation, if we are using at least one instance variable, then that method talks about a particular object. Then that method talks about a particular object. Hence we should declare method as instance method. Hence we should declare method as instance method. We should declare method as instance method. We should declare the method as instance method. Next para. Inside method implementation, if we are not using any instance variable, inside method implementation, if we are not using any instance variable, then this method nowhere related to a particular object. Then this method nowhere related to a particular object. This method nowhere related to a particular object. Hence a particular object. Hence we have to declare such a type of method as static method. Static method, irrespective of whether we are using static variables or not. Irrespective of whether we are using static variables or not. static variables or not. Static variables are not. Okay. Now just observe the point well. Sir, here I am taking class. Now listen, I am taking class. So student, listen this one, class student. For every student, name is there. Okay, roll number is there. Next, marks are there. Marks are there. Next, here static string college name is there. Static string college name is there. Like, sir, there are several methods are there. There are several properties are there. Now my requirement is, sir, I am taking one method, get student info. Get a student info method I am taking. Sir, return name dot marks I am taking. Name and marks. Sir, can you tell, is it instance method or static method? Of course, at last we will decide. Just observe. Sir, get college info. Get college info. Return college name. Get college info. Return college name. Next, get average. Get average of int x comma int y. Okay, return x plus y by 2. Get average, return. Next, get complete info. Get complete info. Return name dot roll number dot name roll number. Next, marks dot college name. Okay, like we have end of the class. Are you getting? So total how many methods are there? First one, second, third, fourth. Sir, can you tell first method, is it static method or instance method? First method we have to declare yes, instance, because within this method I am using instance variables. That's why compulsory this method should be declared yes. Which method? Instance method. Sir, get a college info. I am using static variable. Of course, am I using any instance variable? No. If I am not using any instance variable, whether we are using static variable or not, secondary, I am not using any instance variable, then compulsory this method should be, is nothing but what? Static method. Because I am not using any instance variable, that's why static method, right? Next, sir, this method, in this method, am I using any instance variable? No. Sir, I am providing 2 int values. Our method has to return what? Average. It is simple utility method. Provide some values. It is going to process our values and return the result. Utility, simple utility method. I am not using any instance variable. That's why compulsory this method is nothing but what? Instance or static? Static method, right? Sir, what about last one? Get complete info. Student name, roll number, marks and college name. Static or instant? Make sure, am I using any instance variable? Yes. If you are using at least one instance variable, then this method talks about a particular object only. That's why compulsory this method should be, what is the method? Instance method, right? I hope you people can aware. Are you getting? Sir, instance variable, static variable, we can decide when we should go for instance variable, static variable. When we should go for instance method and static method, we should have clear clarity in this area also. Take this example, right? Class student, string name, int roll number. Class name, class student, string name, int roll number, int marks. Static string college name. Take clearly when we should go for instance method, when we should go for static method. Compulsory you people should have clear clarity. String name, int roll number, int marks like. Static string college name. Get a student info, get college info. Instance method, static method. Next get average, static method. Next get complete info like instance method. Completed, I hope. Static method, instance method like. Completed, right? Clear, I hope. Completed, right? Okay. So when we should go for instance method, static method, so terminology you people should aware. Okay. Now the last one here, see, sir, if I have static method, and static methods compulsory should has implementation. Without having implementation, you can't declare it is a static method. Static methods compulsory should contain implementation, whereas for instance method, whereas for abstract method, implementation should not be available. Are you getting? Static means implementation should be there. Abstract means implementation should not be there. That's why, so static abstract combination is illegal combination for what? Methods, right? Okay, add. For static methods, static methods, implementation, for static methods, implementation should be available. For static methods, implementation should be available. Implementation should be available. Whereas for abstract methods, implementation should not be available. Implementation is not available. Whereas for abstract methods, implementation is not available. Hence, abstract static combination is illegal. Abstract static combination is illegal for is illegal for methods. Abstract static common illegal for methods. That's all. Are you getting? So this is about what is a static modifier, right? Okay. Now the next modifier we have to discuss keeps about synchronized modifier. Synchronized. Okay, do you know? So where this modifier we have to talk? In the multi-threading concept, synchronized is, but here the basic idea I will provide for you people, right? Here same. Sir, synchronized is the modifier applicable for classes or not? Applicable for classes? No. Applicable for methods? Yes. Applicable for variables? No. Applicable for blocks? Blocks. Synchronized block is there. Synchronized is a modifier applicable only for methods and blocks. So only for methods and blocks, but not for classes and variables. You can't apply class as synchronized, variable as synchronized. Okay, add synchronized. First point, synchronized is the modifier. Synchronized is the modifier applicable for synchronized is a modifier applicable for methods, and blocks, methods and blocks, but not for applicable for methods and blocks, but not for methods and blocks, but not for classes and variables, but not for classes and variables. Okay, that's all. Sir, where we can apply synchronization? What is the advantage? What is the problem? Let me explain. Suppose assume that, here see this one, assume. So in the multi-threading I will explain the same example. Okay, assume. So what it is? Some people may attended multi-threading. What is this one? Biryani plate. Assume. So Sunday biryani is nothing but I took. So I took the biryani, but I didn't feel that much comfortable. I throw this total biryani plate. Is nothing but So here biryani rice, basmati rice. Which one, Anna? Is the same, right? Basmati rice we will use usually for biryani. Okay, like do you know? So here what these things, Anna? Okay, like there are some biryani, colorful biryani. Okay, there. So I took this biryani plate from hotel. Okay, just to eat, but I didn't feel that much comfortable. What I did is I throw this total biryani plate to the dustbin. Are you getting? The dustbin which is there on the roadside, not in our house we may keep small. I throw this total biryani is nothing but to the dustbin which is there on the roadside. Whenever I'm throwing this biryani plate to the dustbin, observed one dog saw that one. Okay, yeah, one dog saw that. Whenever the dog saw this biryani plate, then immediately it ran and it observed, oh, full biryani is there. Then the dog felt very happy, because the reason is, usually human being, whenever you want to eat biryani, directly you can go to the hotel, you can eat that. But dogs won't get the chance that much easily. Is nothing but like. So God saw this biryani plate, then the God felt very happy. Then, so it's almost festival day for the dog. Then what this dog did is, it is thinking from which side I have to start. Are you getting? I have to start from this side or this side, like how many pieces are there, it's observing that. Meanwhile, another dog came. Okay, meanwhile another dog came. Now you know what will be the next. Okay, whenever second dog came, the most believable animal is a dog. the most selfish animal is also dog only. Are you getting? Okay, this here. Whenever dog, first dog saw the second dog, then immediately first dog is going to give left and right to the second dog. Because I saw first, this biryani plate is mine. Why you came? Can you please go out? Like both the dogs are going to fight. Every dog intention is, if other dog will go, happily I can eat this total biryani. Is nothing but like, so these two dogs are going to fight like fighting, right? Meanwhile, third dog also came. Okay, this is third dog also came. Whenever third dog came, automatically this dog is going to fight with the remaining two. This dog will fight with the remaining two. This dog will fight with the remaining two. Every dog fight with the remaining two. What is the reason? If remaining two dogs will go, then happily total biryani I can able to eat. Like there is a big fighting is going on between three dogs. Do you know this type of fighting is very common in the villages especially. Okay, every dog is going to fight with the remaining two. Is nothing but like it's happening. Meanwhile, fourth dog came. This dog is a bit intelligent dog. What this dog did is nothing but it starts eating from this side. Then what is the feeling of these three dogs? Array, there is no use of fighting. Because some other dogs also will come, unnecessary, so time waste. Whatever, at least some part we can able to eat, like this dog trying to pull this biryani from this side, this plate from this side, like this dog trying to pull from this side, this dog trying to pull from this side, this dog trying to pull from this side. What will happen is nothing but the total biryani plate is nothing but total biryani, that paper plate will become damaged. The total biryani will be there on the earth, it will become useless. Correct or not? Okay, this is. So do you know, so complete this total biryani will become useless. In Telugu we have one good proverb is there, kukkala jimpina it won't, it's completely useless. Is nothing but won't useful. Okay, completely useless, right? So if multiple dogs are operating simultaneously on the same biryani plate, are getting, if multiple dogs operating simultaneously on the same biryani plate, then we will get biryani inconsistency problem. Are you getting? Biryani inconsistency problem. This type of problem is nothing but what? Biryani inconsistency problem. If multiple dogs operating simultaneously on the same biryani plate, there may be a chance of biryani inconsistency problem, right? Same thing, let me convert into technical terminology. So biryani plate is nothing but Java object. Biryani plate is nothing but Java object. Every dog itself is nothing but thread. Sir, first thread, second thread, third thread, nth thread. Are you getting? If multiple threads trying to operate simultaneously on the same Java object, then there may be a chance of data inconsistency problems. Data inconsistency problem. Okay. To overcome this problem, we should go for which keyword is synchronized keyword. Are you getting that? So here have you observed, if multiple threads are going to operate simultaneously on the same Java object, then there may be a chance of data inconsistency problem. This is called a race condition. Race condition, multiple dogs, multiple threads are going to operate simultaneously on the same Java object, race condition. So which causes data inconsistency problem. To overcome this problem, we should go for what? Synchronized keyword, right? Sir, usually dog can perform which operation on the biryani plate? Eat operation, right? Now I am declaring eat method as synchronizer. At a time, how many dogs can perform eat operation on the same biryani plate? Only one thread, because eat method is what? Synchronizer. First dog came, boss, I want to eat. You are the first person, you will get the chance to start eating. Meanwhile, second dog came, oh JVM, I want to eat. Second, security person, JVM, I want to eat. Array, please wait, because first dog already starts eating. Until completing first dog, you have to wait. Like first or second dog should wait. Once a first dog complete, then only second dog will get. Once a second dog complete, then only third dog will come. So the dogs are going to eat biryani one by one. There is no question of inconsistency problem. Are you getting the things right? If a method or block declared as synchronized. If a method or block declared as a synchronized, at a time, how many threads are going to operate? Only one thread. At a time, only one thread is allowed to operate, so that we can able to overcome what? Data inconsistency problem. Are you able to get? So, what is the advantage of synchronizer keyword? If a method or block declared as synchronized, at a time only one thread is allowed to execute that method or block on the given object, so that we can overcome data inconsistency problem. But what is the disadvantage of this approach? Can you spell out what the disadvantage? Until completing first thread, second thread should wait. Until completing first two threads, third thread should wait. Until completing all threads, last thread should wait. Is nothing but it increases waiting time of the threads and creates performance problems, right? That's why if there is no specific requirement, never recommended to go for what? Synchronizer keyword. Are you able to understand? Advantage, disadvantage. If a method declared as a synchronizer, what will happen like? Okay, at this point. If multiple threads trying to operate simultaneously, if multiple threads are trying to operate simultaneously, on the same Java object, multiple threads are trying to operate simultaneously on the same Java object, multiple threads are trying to operate simultaneously on the same Java object, then there may be a chance of data inconsistency problem. This is called race condition. Race condition. Next up, we can overcome this problem. We can overcome this problem by using synchronized keyword. We can overcome this problem by using synchronized keyword. Synchronizer keyword. Okay, next up, if a method or block declared as synchronized, then at a time only one thread is allowed to operate. Only one thread is allowed to execute. That method. Only one thread is allowed to execute that method or block on the given object. So that data inconsistency problem will be resolved. Data inconsistency problem will be resolved. Next para. But the main disadvantage of synchronizer keyword is it increases. It increases waiting time of threads. It increases waiting time of threads. And creates increases waiting time of threads and creates performance problems. It increases waiting time of threads and creates performance problems. Hence If there is no specific requirement, hence if there is no specific requirement, if there is no specific requirement, if there is no specific requirement, then if there is no specific requirement, then it is not recommended. If there is no specific requirement, then it is not recommended to use a synchronizer keyword. If there is no specific requirement, then it's not recommended to use a synchronizer keyword. Not recommended to use a synchronizer keyword. Synchronizer keyword. That's all. Are you getting the point? Right? Okay, this is. Next, last, of course, basic idea. What is synchronizer? What the advantage, disadvantage, right? But in multi-threading concept, we have to discuss with respect to programs. But at this stage, basic idea you have to get. Next one, here one point. If a method declared as synchronized, Anna, what it means? If a method declared as synchronized, what it means? So this method can be executed by only one thread at a time. Sir, synchronized method compulsory should have implementation. Correct or not? Because synchronizer keyword talks about implementation. Boss, this implementation can be executed by only one thread at a time. Are you getting? Synchronizer method should contain or should have implementation, right? But what about abstract? What about abstract? Abstract doesn't contain any implementation. That's why abstract synchronizer combination is illegal combination for methods. You should be aware. Okay, add. Synchronized method should compulsory contain. Synchronizer method should compulsory contain. Synchronizer method should compulsory contain. Should compulsory contain implementation. Should compulsory contain implementation. Whereas abstract method doesn't contain any implementation. Whereas abstract method doesn't contain any implementation. Doesn't contain any implementation. Any implementation. Hence doesn't contain any implementation. Hence abstract synchronized. Hence abstract synchronized is illegal combination. Abstract synchronizer is illegal combination of modifiers. Abstract synchronizer is illegal combination of modifiers for methods. Illegal combination of modifiers for methods. That's all. So this is about synchronized modifier, right? Are you able to understand? Okay, this is.